Have you ever wondered how you could never miss a race of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series? Well, if you scroll over to the playlist tab, scroll down a little bit and find this little section here, you will see all of the archives from every race of the Napa/Pepsi Cup Series to ever be run. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe on all these videos and enjoy.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Hello and welcome to the Duels, the Daytona Duels, the Pepsi Duels here in Season 5. It's time to kick this season off here in Daytona. We're getting ready for a set of 2 races here today, 3 laps apiece, to set the grid for the Daytona 500 in Season 5. There will be 15 drivers in Duel 1, 14 drivers in Duel 2. The field's split in 2. More on that a little bit later on how the whole grid is set, because now, first off, we have to get to our ones to watch. On pole for today's race, it's Alex Bowman in the 48, looking strong. Only Hendrick Camaro in today's field. And the driver who's finished runner-up in the Daytona 500 by a few inches, not 1, but 2 seasons in a row, Bubba Wallace starts on that front row in second. Joey Logano starting a little bit deeper in the field, but not too much deeper. I believe P6 today. Look out for him in that 22. Strong and aggressive super speedway racer. And driving the 62 today, Jimmy Johnson. He will be racing in the Daytona 500. He's our final one to watch. 2-time champion of the 500 in 2006 and 2013 as the engines are fired for Duel 1 and we are ready to roll off. So, let's take a look at our starting grid before we get going. The gaming duo lines up alongside Zach on the track on row number 1. Rodco Racing is alongside Drake and Friends in row number 2. Row 3, we have NASCAR Mini Stop Motions alongside Penske King 22. In row 4, it's the MLCS Racing Network and Luigi Plush Productions. Row 5, it's Nitro Apple alongside Earl Racing Productions and TMCS Racing Network. And 1 Mile Cup Series make up row 6. Row number 7, it's My Wi-Fi Crashed. My Wi-Fi does that all the time. And Mr. Coffee YT, and rounding out today's field in row 8, it's Noah Probably. So, it's about time I introduce my commentator. Co-commentator for today, Rodco Racing.
How's it going, y'all? Happy to be here.
Let's go through our race breakdown for today. 3 laps per duel. Duel 1 determines the odd-numbered spots, so pole will be decided in this race. Same for 3rd place, 5th, 7th, and so on. As we are ready for the green flag, we are racing in duel number 1.
Side by side already down to turns 1 and 2. No one ready to make a move just yet as they thunder through 1 and 2 for the first time today.
Still dead even out of turn 2 and on down the back straightaway. Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman going at it. LaJoy gets a little bit sideways, it looked like right there, as Joey Logano's on the outside, falling back, going 3 wide.
Bowman getting that good push from Denny Hamlin. Corey LaJoy giving Bubba the push on the outside. They're going to be side by side. Still off of turn 4, no one clearly ahead, as I believe that's Harrison Burton who filled up Logano's gap in the middle line. Bubba, I believe, might have gotten that lap.
Close one at the line, still nobody breaking even, as now Bubba gets a push from LaJoy, and they break ahead and are clear. Can Corey LaJoy do anything with the 2nd place in that 7 car looking to start on pole for the 500?
What can Corey LaJoy do here? Smaller team has to take advantage of these races. When will he maybe try to make a move for the stage win?
Race win, Rodco. Race win. Anyways, coming around to the final lap here at Daytona. Trouble! Contact! The big one happens behind them, and Austin Cindric goes tumbling. And that will end the race. Bubba Wallace, I believe, yes, looks to be the winner and will get the pole for the Daytona 500 after this crash.
Goodness, that has to have been at least 3/4 of the field just absolutely junked.
Everybody.
I believe was that Bubba who had the lead at the white. So I think that might make
Yeah,
him the
Bubba
winner.
got
But
it.
yeah, like you can see a lot of the bigger names who were trying to stay in the back and just make it into the race, get caught up.
You could just see so many people involved here. Keselowski, Harvick, Logano, Almirola, Dillon, obviously Cindric going over, Cole Custer, Harrison Burton. So many drivers involved and so many backup cars going to have to come out as a result. Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick among some of the other names involved. Reddick in the 45, Buescher there on screen in the 17. Tyler Reddick flipped in the clash though on the final lap, so I mean, could have been a lot worse for that 45 car to say the least, and it has been already so far in these speed weeks here. As here's a look at what happened.
Yeah, it just looks like Logano just tried to get too aggressive there on that push, and it turned Keselowski right into Harvick, and then just everyone else just like reacted to it. Man, Cindric over his roof, looked like Harrison Burton's crash at Daytona.
Huge wreck. Everybody is okay. Here are the results. Bubba Wallace, Corey LaJoie, Jimmy Johnson, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, and Tyler Reddick were the only people to actually cross the line and finish, with Buescher and Reddick also being involved in that wreck. Hamlin, Cindric, Harvick, and Keselowski, they were all involved in that crash. Everybody below Hamlin will have to start at the back for the 500 because they will be going to backup cars, obviously, given the magnitude that they, hit each other in this crash. Logano, Almirola, Custer, Dillon, and Burton round out the rest of the field. And this is the point where I'd be signing off normally in an average race weekend. However, there's 2 races. It's the duels, plural. There's 2 races. So we got another 3-lap shootout. Hopefully it lasts a little bit longer than this one. Coming up here, duel number 2. We're going to see what happens in this one as we get ready to get going in just a couple of moments as they clean up the big one that happened on the front straightaway. Absolute chaos in this first duel, though. And Bubba Wallace has his best ever starting position in the series, looking for his first ever win here in the Daytona 500 and the series, I believe, as a whole. So now we get ready for Duel 2. And of course, another 3-lap shootout. And this one will determine all of the odd starting positions. So 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, so on throughout the field down through 30th. Cody Ware, who will be starting in the Daytona 500, is not in this race, so he will start dead last for missing this. William Byron on pole is your first one to watch in the Hendrick Motorsports Valvoline Chevy. He's going to be strong. All the Hendrick Chevys are going to be strong. He starts alongside his teammate Chase Elliott. It's a Hendrick 1-2-3. Elliott has led more laps than anybody on a super speedway since the start of season 4, but has not won. That includes the Clash, our last time out, in the non-points event. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., known for starting a lot of wrecks, has already started a couple of wrecks, I believe, so far this season in the Clash. Look out for him, though. He'll be strong because he's good at these races. And Noah Gragson, winner of the Clash, starts on the back row of the grid, but he's going to be fast as we get ready to get going here. 14 cars in this race compared to the last race, which had 15. Noah's Gaming 2.0 leads the field to the green. He's alongside NASCAR Coca-Cola Cup Series. Row number 2 is SRT 0616 and NLS Network. Row 3, we have RS Conover and Mickey and Jeffy Show. On row number 4, we have Trevor Banana and Can 142. Allegiant starts alongside Gavin Beers 12 in row 5, and in row 6 we have the Jimmy John's Cup Series and Hartford Menard. And rounding out the field, in row number 7 we have Bryce's Sports and Plushies alongside Log Drive. As we get ready, again another 3-lap race. I already said how this determines the odd starting positions. So 2nd, 4th, 6th, and so on. You already get all that, but they are rounding turn 4 now, getting ready to take the green flag for this 3-lap race. Will we make it further than just past the white flag? Please, let's hope for that, just to get some more racing action. Green flag is in the air.
Looks pretty organized, like that was the plan. Elliott drops down in front of his Hendrick teammate and William Byron as they're going to get away off of turn 2. I can't tell who that is. I think that's Kyle Larson. It might not be, but a Hendrick line on the inside. It is Larson.
Really getting calm up front already. Most of the field filing in single file now as they round their way through turns 3 and 4. Certainly looks like a bunch of these guys are taking it a bit easier after what happened in Duel 1, it's fair to say.
Yeah, definitely looks like they learned their lesson from the first stage. Or, that's not stage, that was a duel. As they're just all riding on the inside very conservatively.
And I would not expect the move. Oh, there's the worst drone cam ever. I would not expect the move from anybody back through Ricky Stenhouse. Simply because Stenhouse is the first non-Hendrick driver. As we see Daniel Suarez going for it now.
There's nothing to lose there unless they crash. He's got to get some spots here if he wants to start good in this race. White flag in the air.
Spinning through the tri-oval. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. facing the wrong way on pit road. No caution. The Hendrick 1 trio still leads 1, 2, 3 right now. Larson just threw a sketchy block, almost wrecked the field into turn 1 as we head down the backstretch for the final time. It's Elliott in front. Trouble!
Big
Now they
one
crash.
happens.
Larson again with the vicious block, and it takes out a bunch of cars. And Chase Elliott will win duel number 2 and secure himself on the front row for the Daytona 500. 8 cars involved in this mess. And just chaos from it looked like another Larson block. Kyle Busch in the 18, you see him there, destroyed and in that outside wall hard. Many other cars involved, Suarez, Bell, you see Eric Jones, who had a very vicious hit to the inside wall. Martin Truex Jr. went for a big spin, and I believe he actually got his front right stuck in the grass. There's what happened.
That was a bad block.
Bad block. It's fair to say by Kyle Larson, second one of the lap. Lucky that first one didn't cause a big crash in the corner.
Yeah, at normal speed you wouldn't really tell, but at super slow speed and with that nice camera angle, you can tell that, yeah, Larson just tried to get greedy on the block, and luckily for him, he got through it, but not luckily for a lot of other guys.
Here are your results. Starting in second for the Daytona 500 after winning Duel 1 will be Chase Elliott. Fourth place will go to William Byron, who finishes second. Going through the rest of the finishing results, we have Larson, Gregson, Gilliland, Blaney, Briscoe, and Chastain, and Stenhouse. Top 9 all across the finish line. Blaney, Briscoe, and Chastain all being involved in that last lap wreck. Same for Gilliland as well, technically. And Stenhouse spun. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Martin Truex Jr., Daniel Suarez, and Christopher Bell will all go to backup cars as they were crashed. Well, Martin Truex Jr. may not. We'll have to wait a decision on that. Didn't look like he had too much damage, but he was stuck in the grass and unable to drive away. So we don't know how much damage that 19 car might have, but I think just to be safe, he might go to a backup car just because, you know, it is a huge race. And, of course, at Daytona, it's very easy to gain spots quickly if you get yourself in the right place at the right time. Those are the duels. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notifications for more. The Daytona 500 coming sometime in the second half of December. Hope to see you there. Have a great day.